Hello. Well, yeah, it all started with the Charlie Hebdo cartoons, didn't it? A French teacher was discussing freedom of speech and he showed some Charlie Hebdo cartoons of Charlie Hebdo being a satirical magazine, cartoons of Muhammad to his class. He didn't just spring the cartoons on them, did he? He warned them beforehand and told the ones who might feel they didn't want to see them that they could excuse themselves from the class. But apparently some did stay away from the class and others did not. And I believe, I could be wrong here, that a couple stayed and they were the ones who complained about it to their parents or described it to their parents, and then the parents, most likely the father, spoke to some other people, and either by accident or design they managed to get this 18-year-old Islamist nutter to go to the school, to get angry enough to go to the school and kill this teacher. Other pupils pointed the teacher out to this nutter. But again, I don't know if they did that because they knew that this young man was intent on killing the teacher, intent on harm, or whether they just pointed out the teacher because someone was asking for him. And in an open free society, generally, you don't expect such a request, to see a teacher to be used for evil. Oh, you want to speak to Professor Paty? Yes, he's over there in room 6 or whatever. It's just natural in a modern, open, free society. So what happened was this kid murdered the teacher, and then Macron said that they wouldn't be diverted or changed by this horrible incident, and that's of course a total lie. And anyone who tells you different is also lying. After that, some municipality played some of the cartoons on the wall of a municipal building. Now, I don't know if I saw all of them. I think I did. I think there were only about 3 or 4. But I have to confess that of the ones I saw, I despaired when I saw them. I'll put it up here. There's a video of it. You'll see one of them features a cartoon of Muhammad on his own, and the other two, well, there's one which just shows toilet roll with various holy books names written on them, but the other two, which include representations of people, feature representatives of the 3 Abrahamic religions. That is, there's a priest figure, a rabbi figure, and a Muhammad type figure or an imam type figure. And now, well, look, okay, I don't know how many Jews there are in France, but I don't think there are that many. So putting rabbis into this cartoon just to show we don't mind what we say about anyone, that was complete nonsense. It wasn't a very good French accent, was it? How many rabbis are there wandering around France with carving knives and guns, killing innocent French women on the altars of the churches where they're worshipping? I mean, how many have you heard of recently? And again, how many French priests of any denomination do we hear about going around murdering Muslims in their mosques or in halal shops and supermarkets? None at all. No, it's the priests who are being murdered, and not by the rabbis either. So why are they showing these cartoons having a dig at Jews and Christians when we all know that the cause of all of this is one religion and one religion alone? Islam. Or rather, a very poisonous version of it. I keep saying, if all the Muslims in the world were the law-abiding, tolerant and cultured Ismailis, then the world would be a fantastic place and very far advanced on what it is now. But I digress. These attacks on French people by recent immigrants from Muslim countries seem to be happening all the time. And here's a list of attacks since 2015. So here we have January 2015, 2 gunmen killed 12 people at Charlie Hebdo's offices. November the 13th, same year, attacks in Paris leave 130 people dead and more than 400 injured, including 89 killed by gunmen wearing suicide belts at a concert hall. Okay, June 2016, policeman stabbed to death at his home. 2016, July, terrorist drives a lorry through Bastille Day crowds in Nice, killing 86 people and injuring hundreds more. July 26, 2016, 2 gunmen slit the throat of a Catholic priest in his church. That was in Normandy. In 2017, in April, a policeman is shot dead on the Champs-Élysées. October the 1st, 2017, 2 women killed by a knife man in Marseille. 2018, that's March, 3 killed when a man takes hostages at a supermarket in Trèbes. December 11th, the same year, Islamic extremist kills 5, wounds 11 others in Strasbourg Christmas market. 2019, May, 14 people injured in a bomb explosion near a bakery in Lyon. October the 3rd, 2019, 4 police workers stabbed to death by a Muslim convert colleague at a Paris police HQ. January the 3rd of this year, a man killed and 2 injured in a park in a Parisian suburb of Villejuif. That's sort of appropriate. September 25th, 2 people stabbed at the former Charlie Hebdo HQ in Paris. They've moved. They're in hiding. They publish from a secret location now. But this guy just knew the address of the old place, so he went and he stabbed 2 people outside a place. They weren't there anymore. October the 16th, Samuel Paty is killed and beheaded in a northwest suburb of Paris. And then there's something in Lyon recently, Lyon again. And that's just the list they have here, helpfully listed in the Metro newspaper, because there are others, aren't there? All those mysterious fires in churches, including Notre Dame Cathedral, by the way, that various government spokespeople are so quick to categorise as electrical accidents. No, the French municipality had to have a go at priests and rabbis. I don't know how to describe it. It's like sort of pretending to be brave. Look, there's a French word, well, a sort of double barrel word called, it's joli laid. Joli means beautiful, pretty, and laid means ugly. And it's the concept that sometimes you get something, someone or some animal that's so misput together that they're actually interesting to look at. They're so ugly, they're sort of round the horseshoe into having so many of the properties of interestingness that we would normally associate with beauty. Gérard Depardieu is an example of joli laid. Nobody would call him handsome, but you got to say he has an interesting face, haven't you? So I don't know if there's a word for cowardly brave, but there should be. And this is what I saw happening in those projections. They were pretending to be all, oh, I don't care, we say what we like. But then they have a pop at rabbis and priests before they sort of tiptoe their way into Islam. That's not bravery. It wasn't a rabbi who went out to kill that teacher, and it wasn't a monk either. And French society makes fun of rabbis and priests all the time, and they don't get violent. In fact, in France, it's a sort of national hobby, isn't it, making fun of the church? So poking fun at rabbis and priests, that's not bravery. They've learnt to roll with the punches, those guys. So yeah, Macron says, oh, we won't change. Well, yes, you are changing, France. Your criticism of Islam comes well behind your criticism of Christianity and Judaism. Your images of Islamic subjects are softening and receding into the background and diminishing, as it should for any sensible dhimmi. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Granbow with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.